here we go. The first of the two last restarts of this tournament. It is going to be the grand final getting underway between DiP and One Pump, or again, as they're called now, 5 Pump. DiP's going to have the opening attack here on Ain. This is going to be intense.
I sure hope so. In the grand finales, the final 2 halves we're going to see, and I think this whole match could be decided, or at least shed some light on what is going to happen, how good DiP is going to be without Jackie, as DiP is favoring 2 people to the left and a very aggressive push to the right-hand side right now.
And DiP gonna commit most of their players to this one side, have a couple of guys rotate. Mandel takes the opening frag onto Ajax. So even spread coming out here from One Pump. Pretty standard opening as well from DiP, opting to send most of their team one way and a couple guys on the other flank. It's going to be Smiley, who's working inside of the trench. He had a lot of success going this way last time. I recall he had a great double kill on the Tom and Emperor, and he's going to try to move up on this flank again. The kills really going the way of One Pump so far. Emperor with a nice opening at 4 frags, putting this very powerful, very strong right side position. He's going to see several players. He does take down one, but has to reload. He does have teammates there.
DiP actually getting close on the right side.
Yep.
But getting taken out.
Making a push here. Gets a nice hip fire shot onto Entropy. Can the trade come in? Actually, Mando with some nice hops there to get the stab. Good defense coming out so far from One Pump.
And I fear that the first minute is already passed for this first attack phase, and if this is what is going to happen, Central Powers is actually defending this trench very good. I don't like the approach of the
Emperor in particular having a very nice run to this game, 8-0, really holding down, locking down this right side. But as I say that, Wolfer gets a very important kill. And he's going to try to push this right side, but conversely, Mando's also fragging very well over here.
Okay, Smiley actually close on the far right side. He needs to kill Entropy and squadmate Mendo right here, but he misses the shot on Mendo. A very important frag by Mendo on Smiley right there to secure the right-hand side. It is looking very stable for this Central Powers defending this trench right now.
Yam's actually in the trench, but he does get taken down by Emperor. The real-life friends battling each other in this tournament. Emperor wins that fight. And Mondo gets a couple kills, but yeah, to your point, Smiley is here, but Entropy takes him down. But there is just one player in the trench right now for DiP, but he probably will spawn his squad mates. You can actually see Axelbun is also encroaching up on this close left side. Blue Caps trying to do the push on the opposite end to clear out the DiP foothold. And now Axelbun is going to sneak this way in. I don't think One Piece is aware of Axelbun's presence here. They're about to be. He misses the first shot. Actually misses the second, but he is able to get a stab on the model leader. For some reason, not turning around to engage him. Now they finally do. Emperor takes him down.
DiP is actually looking to spawn 3 of his squadmates on the far right, but gets taken out by Mendo and loses the foothold by that. And the Central Powers are able to attack right now, and this is huge already.
Yeah, an extremely clean defense coming out from One Pump, mainly on the efforts of Emperor, Tom, and Mando. Emperor and Mando both double-digit kills already. So the big start from the big name players that One Pump needed does seem to be coming through.
Let's see if DiP can do the same thing, defending this trench tremendously well as well. But this trench is significantly harder to defend for the Central Powers push. And they have 30 seconds more to take this trench as well, so...
Reloading, lads! Watch my back!
This could already be in a very unstable position for DiP. And I am hoping they won't fall apart already. I do feel like DiP is missing the high fraggers like Jackie right now. And that's actually a pretty big handicap for them at this moment.
And I think not having Jackie could definitely playing a big factor right now. We see Nord in replacement 4 and 7, so not the greatest start from him. One Pump not having a lot of success on this attack so far. DiP is defending well right now with Smiley and Ajax getting a couple of kills there. See that DiP has a nice even spread. One Pump kinda stuck in this crater on the right side and have a couple guys on the far left, but they're not close at all. Tom is going to get a couple of kills, try to make some openings, but we traded out by Crimson. See Emperor also trying to work some opening frags on this right side, see if he can do anything about it.
Yeah, DiP doing a very good job defending this right now, but Emperor is going to the far right for Central Powers. If he can take out this central... He is in with the squads. His squad took out the last guy on the far right. And they are now firmly secured in the far right side, and this could be...
a good spawn on this side. He's going to try to do something about Tom and company that are over here. Tom misses a shot, but Emperor respawns in to trade himself effectively, and now one pump begins the cap. Wolfhouse on this far left side, going to take down Wolfer, and now all 8 players of one pump are in the trench, and the cap does come in very fast indeed. Tom occupying his hay bale position. He's going to get 2 kills. Traded out by Smiley, but Frosty is there to trade right back. Very fast start indeed coming out from one pump. They are... Things spiraling out of control for DiP. They have to be very careful not to get rolled here.
Absolutely.
Settle this down.
Just as Close-Up was looking for DiP right now, just a few moments ago, right now they are looking like they are losing control. And this is actually very hard to get back from. DiP is able to secure the left-hand side right now, but 5 pump is stepping it up. 1 more pump, and actually looking very strong in taking these frags. And I think they're just a little bit outclassing DiP right now.
Yeah, indeed. Tom and Emperor both at 17. Actually, they have the exact same KDs, both at 17 and 6, so... Well, Emperor ruins it, but still, again, the big names for one pump showing up in this game early on, and DiP completely on their back foot right now, not really able to do much about it. See a very spread defense coming out here from one pump, but a good kill from Nord to try to open things up on this right side.
Entropy is there though to defend it, and he knows where the people are.
Tom just spawned back in, and he's going to take down Ajax.
Yeah, all the kills are
very powerful on this hay bale position. This is a very strong position, and Tom's a very talented player, so this is going to be difficult. But as I say that, it looks like DiP is making some grounds on the left side. They should get in, and they are going to get into the far left. One pump rotations will come in, but DiP has successfully entered in. But we see Mondeleader. This could be a big flank from Mondeleader. If he can sneak his way in and get behind these DiP players, he might be able to kill them. But they're aware that's coming, but he still takes down Axelbun. Pushes into the trench. Spots the second player. Can't quite land the shot. Good kill there from Nord to deny it.
Actually opening up the middle part as well, and it looks like Crimson Function is doing a lot of the work in the middle section. Nord able to spawn his teammates in right now. A lot of kills going through for DiP right now.
Yeah, DiP does get the recap. Great stuff from them. Oh, DiP finding a way to get back into this game. They need to try again, settle things down, slow the game down just a little bit. And I think they're doing that. As we see, almost all of one pump is on this far left side. Huge push coming in, but Nord is doing what he can to defend it. He's got triple kills so far, but he is eventually taken down.
But a lot of kills are going in favor of DiP.
Actually, Nord not dead. Great defense there from Nord on that far right side to shut down that that one pump push. Entropy trying to make some headway on the right side. Takes a kill on the Bojangles.
And the same thing is happening on the far left. If DiP can transition fast enough to the cops on the left side, they might be successful in defending the strengths of another wave. But it feels like one pump did get a few kills on the far left side and actually able to run in right now with 2 of his players respawning the rest of his team.
And Emperor and company able to get into this far right side and initiate the cap, but I believe Bojangles is in the no man's land. Emperor knows it. He pushes up, but he can't land the shot. He gets taken down by Nord.
Nord actually stepping up right now, getting 18 kills already. Very good stuff by him, taking out most of the rampage attackers right now. Oh, sorry.
Didn't have the greatest. Nord didn't have the strongest start to this game, but he's starting to open things up a little bit, starting to get the frags very quickly. Now already contesting Bojangles for that top spot of the team. Bojangles and Nord at 19 apiece, leading the way for DiP so far. Emperor and Tom 21 points for kills, leading the way for one pump. One pump does get some spawns in the far right side, so they maintain their presence and the cap starting to come in.
Not a lot of people for on Toddy in right now, and I don't think they know how many people of Central Powers are actually in.
Actually, Tom's in an interesting position here. He's all the way in the back lines, but he can see this mid spawn perfectly. He takes down one, not able to find the other shots, but still.
But he is able to
does finally take out Crimson.
And he was able to call out where everyone was, and that helps actually the rest of the team, like Entropy, to kill the people in mid. Tom Grump is looking.
He's still pushing unopposed. The DiP player should react to him. Nice shot on the Wolfer through the bush, actually. Keep pushing, but I don't. Nice kill from Emperor on the Yam. Maybe help Tom out there. But Nord has done a good job in holding that position, and he's still there to make sure Tom goes down. Emperor is already there contesting it, and he's going to take down both the DiP players on this side, but he's actually the only player left in the trench. DiP, Bojangles leading the way on the opposite side. Trying to get in. Lookhouse in the no man's land. He's going to take down Ajax, and he actually also gets Bojangles. So good kills there from Lookhouse to neutralize that DiP push.
Emperor actually seeing the advance on the left side for Axabon and teammates, but I don't think they will be able to successfully cross this no man's land. It does open up the left-hand side, as Crimson is looking to regain, kill only Mendo right now in order to get into the left side.
Well, can't quite find the kill on the Crimson. He finally does find it, but had to waste some more shots than he probably would have liked to. He's not able to immediately engage the threat, has to reload, but he's able to reload and is able to keep fighting.
Tom Grom gets taken out on the right side. This might open up the far right. Almost nobody of the Central Powers is actually in the right-hand side, so if...
You can see Yam holding for the spawn. He spawns his whole squad in, and there's no one there, but DiP hesitating in anticipation there might be someone there, and that hesitation does allow Emperor to get a kill, might allow him to get even more.
Nord does get the kill on the tank.
For Nord to take down Emperor.
And he will be able to get in with 2 players right now. Very important frag by Nord, but he gets taken out by Lookhouse. Very important kill as well, as they are looking to, in the last minute of this defense
actually misses the shot there onto the last DiP player, so that, I don't know, I think that did allow him to get spawns perhaps.
He does take him out, and I don't think they have spawned, as Tom is looking for more and more kills, but... Oh, he was able to spawn them in, now he only notices it, and Tom Grump is able to kill Yum Yum. And Exaban.
I don't think One Pump is aware of the fact that Wolfer is playing at this tank position. They are aware now. Tom, or I think that was Frosty that killed him, but still takes him down. There's now one player of DiP in the trench. He's actually in middle. He's going to spawn his teammate. Oh, kind of a weird position right now for DiP. Smiley in the trench looking to get some kills. Took down Lookhouse.
And One Pump just looking way too strong for DiP to actually get a foothold for now. They have a tremendous spread in this trench, and nobody of DiP actually being in. Never mind.
Yeah, Smiley was in middle. He held his position, knowing that he needed to get his team spawns. And now DiP actually slightly started to camp, but the frags still going the way of One Pump just enough to ensure they don't. Nord actually with
a very
spawn.
Yeah, exactly. Important kill by Nord and spawning in his teammates, but not being able to kill everyone as he spawns them in mid, and that's a rough position to come back from. Only down to the foothold right now. The last few players of DRP in the trench right now. Emperor not able to kill all the people in the far right, but everyone of 5 Pump is actually looking to
kills there
secure
from
the
Smiley to take down Sheena and Mando on that right side, trying to hold the line for his team.
Prolonging the attack phase as well. Very important for One Pump. Smiley actually stepping up right now, getting 20 kills in the progress, trying to spawn in his mates, and actually starting to take this trench in a prolonged attack series for DiP. So if they can take this right now, this is actually huge. One squad is actually fully reset, but more people are actually 4 people of the enemy team are actually in this trench, so they are not capturing this trench right now.
Yeah, now
a huge airplane bomb by Mendo on Smiley, not before actually spawning his squad mates, but that could have been the end of the foothold.
Only a couple players in for DiP, and they're being shot at from both sides. They have players on their no man's side and in the trench in front of them. Only one player, I believe, in the trench still for DiP, but the spawns do come in. That's going to be absolutely huge. Mando's going to take down Smiley, though. Mando not going down. Ajax does finally trade him, but I think Ajax is the only player left in the trench for DiP.
He is getting pushed by a lot of Central Welsh people right now. He wasn't caught. And now they lose their foothold, I believe. Yeah, they lose their foothold, and Central Powers is on to attack the second trench of the Antalya at this moment. So this is a huge blow to the to DiP, and it's looking grim for them that they can even pull this back to a draw. It's not over yet, though. They can draw this out if they put on their ace game right now. You can't lose this trench, because then I feel like all hope is lost. Ain being very unstable on the second Antalya trench. Tom Grump actually looking for the kill on Bojangles. Bojangles got taken out by Monoliter before he actually gets there.
And Emperor's going to push this hill position very quickly. A lot of kills going the way of One Pump right now. They are basically wiping DiP out of this trench.
DiP actually not knowing that Tom Grump is already in the middle section. He is wreaking havoc. Smiley is actually doing a lot of stuff, but he gets taken out by Tom Grump in the end.
Smiley doing what he can in that position, but just too many One Pump players pushing him at the same time. He does go down, and we see Emperor occupying this hill position. It is very powerful. He can pivot between the left and the right side. And a bit of an angle, I think, with Nord right now. Neither side able to win, or it was Bojangles, but Emperor does try to win that fight. And the cap does still come in for One Pump nonetheless. A very fast start for One Pump. Up 3-1 now. DiP completely on the back foot of the match right now. It is worth noting that, well, they have lost Jackie. Nord is stepped up in this game. He is actually leading the team in kills. Leading the server in kills at 42, closely followed by Emperor at 40 and Manba at 36.
But Emperor is so strong in this hill position, and I feel like he is, well, decimating the DiP right now. And DiP is having it rough. This is I feel like this is one of the hardest trenches to take back when you're up against at least a decent team or a balanced team. I don't think you are allowed to retake this trench. So pressure is on DiP to actually prevent any more damage being done. Emperor actually dodging a two hill position airplane bombs there. Not getting taken out, and continues his rampage right now on so many people of DiP.
And now Emperor has overtaken Tom for the lead in kills. He's been playing this cell position, as I talked about. It is so powerful. You can see basically the entire map. We're able to do so much damage. He is doing the damage right now. He's going to push out the Nomads to look for more kills, but finally taken down there by Wolfer.
Important kill by Wolfer.
Smiley gets a couple important kills onto Tom and Mondo, but traded out by Frosty. Could maybe be enough for DiP to try to start making some headway.
They are in on the far right.
And this is very important. They have gone into this far right side. Maybe an opportunity for DiP to get a cap back, try to narrow the score just a little bit.
It shouldn't be all over. If DiP can retake this trench and just make it a one trench deficit, I think they will be able to come back from it. It is going to be a challenge, but if DiP can step it up right now.
One Pump does have to be careful. They don't want to overextend themselves. DiP can. This is a very easy side of the map for DiP to hold. So if One Pump gets a little aggressive, maybe give them too many kills, they can risk losing the trench. But the other factor right now for DiP is that the other squad is not with them. We see Wolfer with a nice push towards the hill. He's going to take down one. Gets two, but traded out by Entropy. But still, killing Emperor and Mando. Again, those are the big name players on One Pump, so those kills are worth more than you might think.
Let's see if DiP can actually get more people in the far right, but I do think the far right is a very difficult position to actually retake this trench from. Again, Wolfer on a very important kill on Emperor, I feel like, but DiP needs to get more people in this trench and then start pushing. I feel like they are pushing one by one and actually not successfully killing enough people. Now a big push is actually coming through for DiP. 4 people right here, Smiley in the back lines. Killing one, killing another one. Are actually missing everything on the Emperor right now. But it is
a very good push coming out from DiP, but Tom able to play very aggressively, get 2 frags, push them back enough, and also spawn his squad. He gets a triple kill and spawns his team in, which is going to completely negate all the work that DiP just did there, essentially. There's a player close on the hill trying to do something about this.
Smiley was doing great work on killing Tom Grump right there, but just getting traded by Sheena, and the majority of the people...
Now it's actually just Ajax alone in this trench, but I don't... Maybe One Pump not aware of the fact he's alone. He's no longer alone as he does get the spawns, but so this is going to be a very difficult position for DiP to break out of. And importantly, again, the other DiP squad is not here. We're actually maybe seeing, again, kind of the same issue that we saw yesterday, and I believe Entropy jumps over Ajax as he's just trying to hide in this position. He does spawn his squad again, so...
Allowing the spawn for Smiley.
Very important stuff for Ajax.
And then,
squad.
Where DiP was in the first weekend very good at this foothold control, like I like to call it, they one of the squads doesn't have the stickiness you need. And actually a lot of things are happening on the far right side right now. A lot of people being killed by 5-pump, and I feel like the training is actually in favor of 1-pump right there, actually clearing the foothold. So I believe it's their chance to attack right now, the 4th trench of Gentari.
Yeah,
it's,
now for 1-pump, this is a big opportunity to extend your lead even more, take a free trench lead going into second half. And for DiP, you've got to find a way to hold the line to make sure you're only down by 2. Being down by 2 is still a very difficult position, but at the very least, it's
doable.
Being down by 3, the best you can do is get a tie. So for DiP, this is a huge defense, and for 1-pump, this is a big opportunity in this game.
But they're already losing this trench, actually getting overwhelmed on the left-hand side. Smiley doing what he can from middle section, but 1-pump is just hiding a little bit in order to get this trench as fast as he can. Smiley actually the only one in the trench right there, and I feel like DiP got completely cleared from this trench as they're looking to get back into the far left side. Nord actually leading it that way, but so many kills going in favor of 1-pump right now. And there they go. They already take it.
And just like that, the cap comes in. 1-pump, an incredible first half so far. Tom leading the way at 62 kills. Really no one on DiP. I mean, Nord is at 43, so playing well, but still, Smiley, Nord, and Bojangles and Wolf are all having decent games, but just not enough right now. 1-pump too strong, it seems. And again, I also would like to highlight maybe the spawning issues that DiP had yesterday, kind of coming through again today. We saw on that last trench they were trying to take. Their other squads seem to be in the back a lot of the time. The good news for DiP is Smiley and Nord are on this side. They're going to try to make some progress here. Smiley does take down 1, but he's traded back by Tom.
I mean, taking this trench is so ridiculously hard because the potential from CP to be in the no man's land as well. You have to clear so many angles for us DiP to come from the cornfield into this trench. So the left side is the most horrible position to come back from, but they need to recap this trench in order to stay into this finals. If they lose their HQ right now, I don't think they will be able to pull it back. They need to give everything they have right now. Bojangles actually having a nice flank on the middle section. Getting 2 kills. The third one as well on Entropy. So this could be the change right now. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. Bojangles able to spawn in the squad mates right now. And they need to rack up the kills right now to get this trench.
Yeah, Bojangles have a nice individual effort there from Bojangles to get a bunch of kills and spawn his teammates, giving them a chance back into this. But there is only 2 minutes on the clock, so not a lot of time to play with. Wolfer is actually in the far right side. And the DiP spawns are coming in.
I'm slowly losing the trench. Mondoli there actually with a big flank on the left-hand side, actually killing 2. And actually killing everyone together with Tom Grump. This is a disaster for DiP, as it was actually the offensive that looked brilliantly. They only have 1 minute left in this match, and they need to get a foothold.
Completely wiped out of the trench. Tom and Mondoli are absolutely shutting them down. So now one last gasp, one last attempt for DiP to try to reduce the scoreline just enough, just a little bit, bring this back down to a true trench game. But I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. 1-pump, just all of the 1-pump players are having very good games. I mean, even the lesser players you might not expect to have better games than Luke House. He's at 42 kills as an example, so...
It does look like they will be able to... It does look like they will be able to get back into the middle section right now. They need to hurry up to recap this trench, but 6 people of DiP right now. And this could actually be used. They are going to take this trench if they kill a few people. They only need to kill 3 people, I feel like, after
the spawns are going to come in time for 1 pump, so the cap does come in for DiP, and that's huge.
This is a very important frag. This is we are still in the game. DiP is still in the game to capture this. If they don't lose it in the next 30 seconds, but I don't think so. I don't think 1 pump is actually able to get there. Most of the kills actually going in favor of DiP as well. So very important stuff. 20 seconds left on the clock, and they need to watch out that they don't miss anyone in the no man's land. I believe this is the most open part, so they must be able to get a few frags in order to... well, actually, in only 5 seconds left, I think DiP has done the best they could do in this half. Actually recapping in the last minutes of this trench and getting another trench, only making a 2 trench deficit going into the last half of this VCL tournament.
Yeah, and I think that is a big cap for DiP. They're still in a very bad position, but at the very least, they're only down 2 trenches, and they've at least brought it back enough to have an opportunity going into the second half to win, or at least they've made it just all of a bit easier for them to tie. Yeah, obviously, Tom on 72 kills and Emperor at 63. Both of those guys showing up, and well, DiP did lose Jackie. Nord standing in. He still had the lane kills for DiP at 52.
I think he did tremendously well. I think he's well on par with Jackie, but something in me says that if Jackie were here, he would have got this high frag kills, like on especially Tom Grump and Emperor, and he could be a very good neutralization for those high frag guys in 1 pump. Do you think Nord is doing enough to compensate for Jackie?
I think it's tough to say. I don't think it comes strictly down to kills. I mean, I think if Jackie were here, the game might be a little closer, but I think, again, the important factor is more than that is this isn't just maybe DiP not having the ability to get enough kills, but everyone on 1 pump is fragging. I mean, even, again, Luke House is an example.
Yeah.
Not really the name you would expect to see, but he still drops over 40 kills in that first half, so that's everybody huge. On 1 pump seems to be playing up to their full potential now.
Yeah.
And again, I also think that we're still seeing maybe some of the same issues that DiP had yesterday coming through in this game. It was really noticeable on that attack on the second line when DiP was in that far right side. Their other squad seemed to always be spawning in the back, which I think was... We saw Ajax holding the spawn, but the other squad was just never really there, and I think that was the problem.
Well, first of all, I think I agree with you that it... at least I don't think it would matter that much. I think 1 pump is stepping up, actually being the 5 pump they are claiming to be right now. It's interesting that they seem like so much more confident than in the first few matches we saw from them. I think if a team actually grew in this tournament, it must have been 1 pump. It might have been because of the name, right? But seriously, I think they grew a lot and actually look a lot more confident as well in the team play, how they took how they approached the attacks, and how solid the defense looked at the first sense they had. I hope they can actually carry that through to the attacking side for Antalya as well. And if that's the case, then DiP is in big trouble. I don't expect actually DiP from falling apart instantly. It's all going to come down, I think, again to the first 3-4 minutes, the first attack of Antalya. If they are able to successfully defend as confident as 1 pump was doing in the first half, then it could very much still become a very, very, very close match. And I don't know what to expect. Do you think DiP has it in them to turn this around, Zap?
I mean, I don't think you can count them out of it when you have so many experienced players and talented players, for that matter, on the roster. I don't think that you can ever count them out of it. It's going to be difficult, but I think it's certainly possible.
It's interesting to see that the 5-pump, talking about communication and teamwork, 7 out of the 8 people still call themselves 5-pump. But Sheena decided to up it up one more with a 6-pump already. Maybe this is jinxing it a little bit already. Let's see how this little disagreement will carry into the next half. But it shouldn't be huge.
Maybe. I don't think it's gonna matter too much.
I do hope that DiP will be able to successfully defend this this first trench. And it looks like, actually, that I need to restart this game. A lot of players are not actually getting any kills, but I am certain a few of them actually died. So what I'm going to do to prevent any issues in this game is restart my match really quickly. Bear with me. I do have to transition to the back screen. Otherwise, you guys will be able to... well, see the password. We won't be offline. I'm just quickly rebooting Verdun to prevent any issues in the last half of this tournament. As you can hear in the background. Anytime now you'll be able to see again the correct scoreboard. Not everyone is on 0-0. So I'm happy that I have enough experience in this great spectator mode, praise M2H, to note and see any issues with the game before. There's a small possibility that it will crash again after the restart as well. If that's the case, I will transition as fast as I can. Yeah, it is actually doing that right now. People not in the beginning position, so I need to restart again. I'm extremely sorry for that. I can't do anything about it.
That's okay. We'll just radio cast how Trace is back. We are getting live with the second half of the Grand Finals. DiP down 2 trenches against 1-pump. Now 1-pump having the opening attack in this half, with a big opportunity to take some early initiative in this half and try to seal their victory against DiP. You see a pretty similar, or maybe not so much so, we see actually most of 1-pump opting to kind of push to the other side. They're committing more players to the other flank than DiP did, but as I say that, they still have 3 players pushed pretty close up on this far right side. Emperor working the far left side, trying to get some picks here. He's going to take down Yam Yam, start pushing to the nomads, but he is immediately traded out by Nord. The kill there by Nord as he holds his team's far right side.
Frosty actually getting in, and nobody of DiP is actually responding. Only Smiley notices it, but the kills by Lookhouse there, right there on Ajax and Smiley are huge. Actually securing the far right side.
Noticing a little bit too late, fortunately, so that allows 1-pump to get a nice hold on this far right side.
And 1-pump already looking a little bit stronger in the beginning phases as Stromgrump is flanking together with his squad mate on the far left. Also overwhelming that one. Everyone of DiP is looking to the far right to secure that again. That's taken out by Nord here. Very important kill. And it's a trade kill in the middle section. So that actually stabilizes things for DiP. But they need to step up, otherwise this is going to end in a disaster for them. They allow actually a lot of players running into the middle section of the trench. I'm not sure if there's anyone in the far right. Yantali is in the far right, spawning a lot of people right now. And the squad of 1-pump Emperor actually is flanking on the left-hand side. So continuously split pushing and keeping the pressure on DiP. And it looks like that's a very successful approach to this trench.
We can see Wolfair is going to try to make a play on the outside to try to deal with these players that are in DiP's far left side. He's inching his way closer. He's going to encounter several players of 1-pump here, but see what he can do about it. He's able to land the first shot on the Wook house. He's going to change positions, try to change up the angle he's approaching it from. Can't quite hit the second shot. Teammates have arrived though, and this could be the difference maker, and it is. Nord arrives to help out Wolfer here, and he takes 2 kills to clear out this DiP's far left side, and a good defense coming out here from DiP. 20 seconds on the clock. I don't think it's going to matter. One pump probably not going to be able to get into the trench. It's going to be tight.
DiP actually getting a very important...
Just charge into middle. That was a good kill from Ajax to deny Emperor. He knowing there's no time, has to push, but 10 seconds. There's going to be maybe enough time for Frosty and several other players to push in here. Frosty actually misses that kill on the Yam Yam though. Might be the difference maker.
Little bit. Emperor actually
get in, but
Emperor actually getting a few very important kills on the far left side, I feel like, and that actually gets them the foothold in the far left. But it is very dicey. They don't have a lot of people in here, just 3 of them, and they need to put on their ace game to not get taken out of this this trench right now.
Yeah, and for DiP, if they need a successful defense here, if they can defend here, they have a big opportunity back into this game. But as to say that there are 5-6 players for one pump spawning back in here, but Northern Bojangles doing what they can to reduce the numbers. But interestingly, we actually see Tom going for a flank in the moments. He had a lot of success with this in his match against Buff last weekend, and he's going to try it again, this time on DiP. I don't think DiP's going to...
Oh, huge airplane bomb by Nord there on Sheena, actually killing one of the one pumps now. And Emperor is the last one in. He is able to spawn in one of its mates. But I feel like if DiP was to push right now, they might actually be successful and take them out of this trench. 10 kills more to prolong this one, but actually Emperor is able to spawn in his teammates, actually getting 6 people of his team in here, retaking this trench.
The kills just all went the way of one pump. Spawns are coming back in for DiP, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I don't think it is. Nord's going to need to hit a shot or 2 here, but the cap is 99. The kills from DiP might be just enough to equalize it. Emperor takes one back in return.
Very important kill on Bojangles.
Is dead tied right now, and the cap does just come in, so that's very unfortunate for DiP. I think if they held that line, they would have had a great opportunity back into this game. They might be able to get a fast recap. You can see that all their players are in the trench right now. And for one pump, they don't have too many players alive still. The kills are going the way of DiP. Smiling Axel getting some. A fast recap is going to ensure that
they are still in this game.
Not out of this fight quite yet.
It is, though, heavily in favor of one pump. They just want to struggle them and smother them into submission, basically. Already retaking this trench bit by bit, but each and every round they can take in this trench is very favorable for them. They want to keep fighting in this trench. They don't mind that they just lost this.
Yeah, just like our last 3rd place match, time is a factor. It is to the advantage of one pump. Every second off the clock now at this point is to their advantage. So effectively 6 minutes wasted already, and another 2 minutes for sure to be wasted. So for DiP, I think they need a successful defense here to ensure that.
Tom actually trying to defeat the defense right here to go in the far right flank. Getting already 1 kill, but now looking to kill Yam Yam as well. He does kill him, and that's actually huge because Yam Yam is the foothold guy for DiP. Actually taking out the last person of the squad, resetting them completely, and now they are all open for grabs for Tom Grump to shoot him in no man's land. So that's a huge kill by Tom Grump. Very good flank. And this is actually beginning to look like the end of DiP. They are completely reset, and they have not been in this position yet. Actually being completely reset with the whole team trying to retake the trench from that position. Rough spot for DiP. Mando actually in on the far left, killing a few players of DiP. He needs to get the kill on Nord as well. Mondo leader helps him out and actually secures this kill. So the defense so far after taking this trench for one pump is actually looking very good.
I do agree with that. One pump starting to get a little comfortable here. Once the team gets a good setup on this trench, it can be very difficult for the CP side to gain any traction to get back in.
Entropy doing so much damage from the middle section, killing the people in the no man's land. I don't... if they keep this up, I don't feel like they're actually... The DiP is actually able to get a foothold, let alone recap this trench.
Yeah, and again,
One pump
with
looking
18
so
minutes
strong.
left in the game, there's still time, but again, when you consider the ground they have to gain, it's not a lot of time. So, let's say if one pump can successfully defend this trench, that might just be the game right there. In a very precarious position indeed. Wolfer's going to try to push up on the far right side, make some ground. Smelly and Bojangles do get some kills, but again, those kills are being immediately traded back by Mandel.
I feel like DiP is taking a little bit of a too slow approach and not shooting far enough from far away enough to clear a section of the trench first before advancing, and that actually gets them killed in no man's land continuously. It looks like they are trying to do that right now on the far right side, as Bojangles gets the first kill on the Frosty, but they need to keep doing this more and more and more. And they are on a time schedule here. They must feel the time pressure, and with only 1 minute left in this attacking round, that only gets worse and worse as time progresses. 45 seconds left for them to get into this trench and then recap it. Bojangles actually with a few very good hits on one pump here, killing Emperor and 3 other guys in progress. This is exactly what they need to do, and actually distract them as Axelban and Nord are actually looking to get into the far left side for Central Powers. Nord very close.
Nord does
He
make
is
it in
into
and
the
gets a nice
trench.
kill. Very important kill in the Mantle there. Yeah, Nord looks to make some ground. Also, maybe he can get a couple more kills onto the other one-pump players who aren't really quite reacting to his presence just yet. Now they start to turn in his direction, but he does take a nice kill into Entropy, and the cap does commence for DiP. This is what they
Huge
need.
flank by Nord and Axelban actually to get this left-hand side, and I do feel like they need to get more kills in order to actually secure this trench, but this is a huge start. A very good start to this. I feel like they're also in the far right, aren't they? Far left and far right.
Emperor is going for the flank. And I think he's also joined by Mando. Wolfer sitting in the back lines does take down Emperor, but that side is cleared, and now it is just Yam Yam. Only Yam Yam left in the trench for DiP, so what was so successful, what looked so good for DiP, quickly falls apart, and now the push comes in from one pump. This will probably do it.
Yam Yam actually successfully defending this one, but he doesn't know he has to rebolt his rifle.
Not able to get the second kill on the Frosty, and that's going to do it. The attack now for one pump commences, and now they certainly have a stranglehold on the match, looking to seal it. If they can get a cap, if one pump gets a cap here, that will do it. All one pump needs is one last cap in this match to ensure their victory in the Grand Finals. Even then, it would be extremely difficult for DiP to come back.
And they are already in on the far left, Jab. It's looking like a disaster for DiP. They aren't able to show the same performance as they were doing in the first match. And in this rematch, one pump is looking so much stronger. Actually, well,
One pump really showing up on the Saiyan game. And I think it's also, again, worth mentioning that, again, the top frag in this game is Nord. So Jackie not here, but still his replacement having a huge impact on the match, but so far just not quite enough. Bojangles and Smiley also having big games for their team. They're trying to do what they can to keep the team in it, but so far right now, one pump is just too much to handle for DiP.
and this is actually a very dangerous position, trench for Emperor and Tom Grump, as they were looking so ridiculously strong the last time they were in this this position. Monolith actually being able to take in the middle section, and everyone of the Ansari side is in this trench, taking it very quickly.
The cap does come in for one pump, and at this point, that's definitely going to seal the deal. There's absolutely no way that DiP can come back into this match.
Especially since they're completely reset right now. Both squads on the far left and the far right trying to regain this position, but boy, this is rough for DiP.
And I mean, they did what they could. They fought to the end, but at this point, it's just not going to be enough. One pump has closed it, has ensured their own victory with that cap. But again, unlike the first half, I would like to say that when you look at the scoreboard, you do see that it's a lot more even. You know, in the first half, we really saw Tom and Emperor, and even Mando to a little bit of a lesser extent, lead the way for their team. But this half, the kills between the two teams are a lot closer. The scoreline is actually at this point not a whole lot different. One pump up
Yeah.
3-1.
One Pump actually being able to, well, from being solo fraggers in the first few matches, actually getting into this team play, being the decisive factor in this match, shows that One Pump is actually deserved in the position they are in right now. As Stormgrump continues his rampage, basically, on the right hand side. I mean, take a look at the scoreboard right now. Almost all the kills going in favor of 5 Pump right now. Grump actually
They
getting the
have a
2
nice
last kills.
foothold on that right side, but a really good effort there by Mondleader and company to clear it out.
Well done, lads. Hold your ground.
Stormgrump actually smelling blood, just dashing forward, not stopping, not getting his finger off the W key, trying to get as many kills as he wants, as he can get. I mean, finally getting taken out by Wolfer though, but he is looking so strong. Yum Yum actually clearing out the far left, spawning in a few of his mates. Exaban first, and now also Wolfer. I know that this match is already played, but I feel like DiP needs to put everything in here to actually, well, limit how much they are going to lose. If they're going to lose with 2 HQ captures, I don't feel like they're going to ever forgive themselves. So they need to step it up.
No, I think DiP might not have much left to play for, but I don't think they're going to give up quite yet. I think they're definitely going to play for their pride and make this game as close as possible. Yum Yum in middle. One Pump not really seeing him. He's able to take down 2 before he gets traded out by Man. Yeah, the One Pump positions and defense of this trench is so strong right now that it's, as much as DiP might want to keep this game close, it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. There's only 10 seconds on the clock, and
I do feel like they're going to run in.
Anybody in the trench. They have one player pushing close. It is Crimson. He is going to get the kill on Demando.
He brings back up as well, as I believe Smiley and Ajax are running behind him, but they get. I'm not sure where they are. I feel like 3 players are right now in the trench for DiP. Oh, huge flank by Mendo actually, in a very important position. Gets taken out by Ajax there, but that significantly diminishes on the amount of people in the trench for DiP. Sheena actually just
Ajax
jumping
had
over.
an opportunity to kill Emperor there, but missed both shots. But importantly, though, they might get cleared out on their left side, but reducing Nord has made it into the right side for DiP, so he's able to get two very important kills, one on the Entropy, one on the Luke House, which is actually going to initiate the cap back for his team. Only Emperor's left in the trench for One Pump, so DiP might have an opportunity to bring this one trench closer.
Only 3 people in for DiP though, so this is an extremely close cap, and Emperor only needs to spawn their own people, and then he'll be fine. And there we go. Actually, 6 Pump already transitioning back into a very comfortable lead in this trench, undoing all the progress they make.
That's gonna, and just like that, that was very fast. One Pump just completely wipes DiP, and now they're going to continue on the attack. Ajax and then backlines deserting, trying to get some kills, maybe to slow down the attack, but we can see that One Pump is just bum rushing this far left side, or their far right side.
Stormgrump again all over the place, killing people in the no man's land, deserting, killing people in front of him. He is looking for, well, getting an 80 kill game as well. He's only on 40 though, so anyway, he's looking so strong, taking on 3 people at a time, killing only one of them. But I felt like he could have actually taken all 3 of them right here. DiP standing to lose another trench, and they need to be careful that they're not going to lose another HQ right now. And DiP
is definitely going to come in. Wolfer got 3 kills, but it's just not going to be enough. DiP
Wolfer
too much
is
to
on the
handle.
rampage.
Or One Pump too much to handle right now for DiP. One Pump is looking the closest game out with the clean win. Looking to take the last trench of DiP.
Smiley actually killing himself with an airplane bomb to top it all off. But it feels like DiP is slowly falling apart with only 3 minutes in this attack phase. for DiP to retake this trench in order to prevent them from losing the HQ. Wolfer is all the way back in their HQ, actually trying to snipe from afar. A questionable position, and I think DiP needs to do whatever they can to not lose 2 HQs in the grand finals of this VCL drafting tournament. That being said, DiP is able to secure the far left side for the Central Powers. Bojangles and a mate of him are both in. Actually, 4 or 5 players are in right now. They need to secure a few frags in order to start capping this trench. Bojangles is able to kill nobody. Actually gets taken out by Luke House. I 100% expected him to kill him there. And Emperor is looking for more blood. Actually trying to kill Crimson here, but together with Tom Gromp, they are overwhelming the left again. Superb duo, actually securing this whole trench once again. With only 1 minute, 45 seconds left on this clock for DiP to take 1 trench in order to prevent losing the HQ.
Yeah, and I mean, Nord is going to get into his far right side, but he's encountering several players of 1 pump. Already taken down. Tom also takes down Axel. A minute and a half left on the clock. You see 1 player of
Bojangles actually in the far left, killing with a Luger Mondo leader. He keeps pushing to get as many people of 1 pump right now. Quite successful, but gets taken down by Entropy in the end, as reinforcements for 5 pump are already coming in, as Emperor and all of his squad mates are running in. So the cap is not coming in for DiP at all. It's looking rough for DiP. I really hope they will be able to retake this trench, but it's looking grim for them as 45 seconds are left on the clock for in this attack phase. They are in a very rough spot. I think this is a very heavy trench to take, especially when you're completely reset. There are 3 people in here, and they are getting a few very important frags. Crimson gets taken out by Luke House, though, as Entropy and a squad mate of his are trying to clear the far right, as it is already completely cleared. And 2 players of DiP actually overwhelming the middle section.
10 seconds on the clock.
They need to keep a foothold.
There is 1 player in mid, it's Yam Yam. But I think he might go down.
Actually, a use of an MP18,
He is going to go down, and that's going to do it. 1 pump takes the match, and with that, they will take the tournament. They are the FDT champions.
With a very convincing performance by, well, we should call him 7 pump right now. Ridiculously confident in taking both HQs of the DiP roster here. Very good stuff by 5 pump. 1 pump.
Well, now 7 pump, I guess. They achieved their goal. They made it to the 7 pump. Tom and Emperor leading the way again for them in this half. Lukehouse also with a great game, and the efforts of Bojangles, Smiley, and Nord not lost on us, but just not quite enough in this match.
Actually, doing the complete opposite of Rampage. Rampage winning the first few matches, and, well, 1 pump lost the first 2 matches, but not losing afterwards. And in a very convincing turnaround of, well, very convincing team play as well. They had the frags. They didn't have the team play at the first 2 matches, and they were able to turn it around into a very, very convincing victory on this team right now on AIM. Good stuff, very good stuff. I'm looking forward to talk to the squad leaders here of 5 pump to know how they are feeling. Shall we begin to set that up, Sap, and start celebrating with them?